Hello and welcome to Monday the 25th of October, and today, sorry, it's not October, it's August. Yes, it's August and I'm wearing a coat with my hood up in the rain because it's cold and wet, and that's really bizarre for an August. I'm even wearing a scarf. How about that? I've got 3 layers on. Of course, I've got a t-shirt, a jumper, and what I'm wearing over the top of that. And it's cold, which is ridiculous for August. But, you know, what can be done? It is England after all. So, why am I out today if the weather is as bad as it appears to be? And it is as bad as it appears to be, as you can see. I mean, the ground is wet there. Again, I'm holding you by the tripod because it's quite, like I've said, it's quite kind of flexible. You know, I can just kind of turn you around and all that without having to worry and stuff. Look, you might be able to just, you know, I've got nothing to fear. Where was I? Yes, no. Why are we out today? Because I have to post a letter. So, if that van has been sat over there for a long time, that van over there, I love it now. That's probably my favourite feature, just twisted like that. It feels a lot more kind of fluid just by sort of twisting the tripod rather than my hand to show you things. So if I can just kind of turn you all the way around for a sort of panoramic shot like that, like almost seamlessly. I wouldn't be able to do that with just my hand because I've got bones. But anyway, I'm going to turn you back that way now because I had a stronger grip on you before I turned you around for the panorama. So why am I out today? We'll get there eventually. Oh, this is the problem though, right? Your drawstring, it kind of dangles, and unless I hold it, which I can do like that, but then the panorama is a bit harder to do. So I might take that off actually if I'm going to make the tripod a permanent fixture. But we'll see about that. So yes, why am I out in this weather? Because I have to post a letter. So if anyone asks what's the pros and cons between, you know, delivering a letter and email, you'd have to go out in the rain to send an email. Have I already said that? This is the problem. I feel like I said that sentence already, and then I got distracted and I've just said it again, which is labouring the point. But yeah, no, I need to post a letter, specifically the letter that, or the application, no, what was it? The declaration that I needed to fill out for that job that I got accepted for. Just to say that I've read the health and safety book and I understand that failure to comply will result in my inevitable death, is essentially what it's at. But obviously no post on bank holidays, so that's not going to arrive with the people it needs to be with until Thursday, possibly even Friday, because it is a bank holiday today. So that's going to work its way over to them, and then hopefully in the coming days should find out if I've got a job there. It's only part-time, but who knows, it could be quite exciting. Quite looking forward to it. I keep putting my hand through the drawstring as a kind of force of habit, because that's what I'd normally do in case I dropped you, so that, you know, the string would catch and you know, you wouldn't hit the ground. But I'm going to try and get out of the habit of doing that. Plans for the rest of today: I'm going to go home, have a shower, because I'm trying some hair gel that I've had for ages. This is the problem, I've got like 5 or 6 different styling products and I only use 2 of them. I've got like 2 tubes of hair gel, some hair wax and some clay, which sounds weird, I know, for my hair, and I thought, well, you know, I haven't got anything to do today, I'll try out the other things. Now I tried out one of these bits of hair gel and it's not great. Like, it did the job for holding my hair up for most of the day till I put my hood up, but it's just my hair feels really horrible. It doesn't look great either. Like, you know, even when it stood up it looked kind of dry and unclean. which isn't really ideal, so I think I'm going to chuck that one. But yeah, for the rest of today, not a lot. We've got a nice proper dinner indoors, you know, like a good Sunday dinner, and the plan is for all of us, me, mum, dad, my sister, to sit down and have this big family meal, because we haven't had one for absolutely ages, because me and my sister are generally working, so that'd be good, although my sister's not in yet, so plan might go up in smoke, but a good Sunday dinner on a Monday, admittedly, will be nice. And then I'm hoping we'll be able to go to Jay's tonight, a little night out, maybe. Then I'll stay the night, and then I've got a table to drop off to my to Nana and Gramps tomorrow, and they live near Jay, so 2 birds, 1 stone, I suppose. I think that's the plan. I'll see you a bit later on. I do like this tripod. It's really cool. Let's put you up there for a moment, because why not? Over there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's so good. It feels better than just using my hand, which is great. There's a house coming up that has a camera mounted in the window. Yeah, it is still there. And I don't know why. It's been there for... how do you do? I don't know why it's there. They're just pointing out of the window, kind of... maybe it's like some kind of basic CCTV system or something. And every time I walk past it I go, hello. Oh well. Hi. Wednesday 27th of August is what today's date is. And I hope everyone is doing alright. As per usual. There's an ice cream van down there. Hope everyone's doing alright. Anyway. So where did we get to last time? I went to Jay's and had a great time on the bank holiday Monday, because that was when it was really horrible with rain, and it was quite scary having to drive down the motorway in blistering rain with pretty thick fog, actually. It was the first time I had to do that. First time it was kind of like having to drive with all the fog lights on, basically. In case you couldn't see it, there it is. Having to drive with all the fog lights on, that was the first. But it was alright, I got there in the end. And that rain did not let up. It was raining for the whole of the bank holiday Monday and the Tuesday following. Today is probably the first day where it hasn't been raining, so at least there's been a bit of a break. So yeah, I was with Jay on the Monday, and saw our friend Gareth, who was down to visit. Stayed the night there, and then on the Tuesday I've got a set of grandparents who live... I think I just heard the ice cream music, but it sounded very broken. Yeah, I've got a set of grandparents who live near Jay, so the plan was I had to take them some furniture. So I took the furniture up in my car on the Monday, stayed the night at Jay's, and then on the Tuesday I took the furniture to my grandparents. And it was really nice, a good old catch up. It's been a while since I've seen them. So it was good to just kind of chat with them for a couple of hours, actually. Did a couple of other jobs that they needed doing and stuff, which I don't mind doing. And then I came home. Well, no, I left, and then on the motorway on the way home I kind of went, you know what, I don't want to go home. So where's the one place that I could go to that I knew I could go to, basically? Yeah, I went to work. I went to the pub. I wasn't working, but I went along just because I didn't really fancy going home, and I knew that at least if I went to the pub, then there'd be a couple of people there who I'd be able to chat to and stuff. So that's what I did. I went to the pub and had dinner there, and stayed there until close. Helped clean up, which is it's a bit hypocritical, because I always tell everyone else, like, oh, don't bother clearing up, you know, you're not working, and then there I am, I ain't working, but I'm helping to clear up as well. It's just we're a good team, you know. We all get on very well, so we all don't really mind helping each other out. If we're there when they're cleaning up, then all help out each other. Whew. And then I went home, and that was my yesterday. And now here we are on today. I've spent a good portion of the day video editing. I'm putting together a video for all the other net rockers and then everyone else when it eventually goes onto the YouTube channel. Basically what I'm doing is a kind of commemorative trailer for the Netrock series that's just gone. You see that ice cream van behind me again? It's like it's haunting me. I put together a commemorative trailer kind of thing of all the projects and stuff that everyone's done on the server, just to kind of compose it into a kind of world tour, I suppose. You know, the the previous worlds that we've had, we didn't really get to do a kind of closing tour before we reset them. You know, the first Netrock world got reset before I could do the tour. The second one broke before we could do anything, so this is the first one where we're actually going to be able to do something. So I went around and got everything because the new update is due soon. So just trying to rearrange you a bit so you're a bit more comfortable. The your drawstring's gone. The new update is due out soon, so we will be resetting so that we can get a bunch of the new features and stuff. And I think we all just need a fresh start. I think our creative ideas kind of ran out. So hopefully I'm going to jump back in with a 1.8 world, and it's going to be fantastic fun. I've already got a couple of plans in the works as to how things are going to go, and we'll just see what happens from there. So that's what I've been doing today. Excuse me, for the day. I've been on the server just going around filming everyone's projects, excuse me, and stuff, and compiling it into a trailer type video thing. It's 25 minutes long. So yeah, I thought, right, well, I'll pick a nice song, you know, nothing too electronic, nothing too heavy, something nice and calm, and feels like I just ate hairspray or something. But yeah, just a nice calm song to play for it. And the longest one I could find that I wanted to use was about 6 minutes long. And I thought, oh, that'd be plenty. I didn't realise how much stuff people had done. Like it wasn't a fancy kind of guided tour or anything. It was just flybys of everyone's projects and stuff. And everyone's been really busy. And I realised there were loads of places that I hadn't actually been to on the server. Loads of projects that I didn't even know about until I went and did it, which is a shame. But you know, we haven't reset yet, so I've got a bit of time to go around and poke around a little bit more. But yeah, so it's 25 minutes long, and I thought, oh, I'm going to render this in 1080. You know, since I did that vlog in 1080, I thought, well, you know, yes, it took a while to render, and yes, it did take quite a while to upload. But you know, it came out all right. So I was going to do that again, and I saw the video was 25 minutes long. I thought, well, that'll probably take all day to render, and then another day to upload. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. And suddenly, woodland. Sometimes you just need to get lost a little bit. But I'm not lost. I don't think. No, I'm kidding. Civilization's that way. Yeah. I don't know why I turned this on. Yesterday, me and Jay were in Tunbridge, which is not normally somewhere we go. But we was in there. I think it was the first time for both of us that we'd been there. I've been through it on the train once or twice to go to Hastings and things like that. But it was the first time we've actually been in the town, and yeah, it's not a bad little town. It seems like a, you know, quite a nice little quiet sort of town, really. But me and Jay, we were sat in a McDonald's there, and well, he was eating something, I was just sat there, and then this old gentleman, 82 he was, and I'll tell you how we know that right now. He came up and said, "Oh, is anyone sitting here?" I said, "No, sit down." So he did, and then he just started chatting to us, and you know, me, him and Jay were just talking. He was telling us all these stories, and it was really fascinating to sit and listen to. He was telling us how he used to do all these long distance runs, kind of like, you know, around here, and at Crystal Palace and Lewisham and places like that. He used to do all these long distance runs, and he showed us he pulled out some pictures out of his coat pocket and showed them to us, and one of them was of him meeting the Queen and chatting with the Queen, because he said he won an award for a lot of charity work that he'd done, and there he was in this photo sort of shaking hands with the Queen. He was saying how initially, like, there was this line of people who were collecting these awards, and initially when it came to him, she said, "Oh, you're not smart enough, go to the back," or something like that. So he went to the back, kind of tucked his shirt in and stuff, and then next time she came around, it was like, "Oh, that's better," and gave him his award and stuff. And he was telling us how about a different award he's got. He said he's got an OBE, and he was like, "What? You got an OBE?" And he went, "Yeah, do you know what that is?" I said, "Yeah, I know what an OBE is." And he went, "Old, boring, what's the word? Oh, no, that was going to be good. Old, boring, eccentric. Old, boring, eccentric." And you know, there was a couple of other jokes as well. You know, we was about to leave and he said, "Right, I think it's time for us to go." And he went, "Make sure you pull the chain." You know, it was a great like half hour. We were just sat there talking to this fellow and listening to these stories that he was telling, and really fascinating. He was talking about how he was on a boat on the Thames, on this big luxury boat on the Thames, having a champagne breakfast. I've just seen that flaming ice cream van again. Anyway, he was on this boat on the Thames having a champagne breakfast with someone who was really famous from his day. I can't remember who she was. Which again was in recognition of loads of work that he's done for charity and stuff. And we only know he was 82 because he said, "Oh, guess my age. How old do you think I am?" And Jay went in at 86. Which, you know, fair play to it. I didn't say anything. I tried to shrug it off as much as I could and was like, well, I don't know, Jay, what do you think? And then he said 82. It saved me from having to answer. But it was fascinating. Stuff like that doesn't tend to happen very often around here. People are impolite and not willing to leave their comfort zone and just make friends and talk to people and things like that. You know, I'm guilty of it as well. But, you know, there are one or two people who will slowly convert everyone else, I reckon. Because, you know, it was nice. It's a nice thing for him to be able to just kind of sit down and start talking to someone. That's great. I wish I had that kind of confidence. But it's also, you know, it's good for people like me and Jay who... That flaming ice cream van. Good for people like me and Jay who don't normally do that. For it to just kind of happen. You know, we were walking away feeling really good about not necessarily ourselves, but just feeling good. You know, and then I don't know, I can't speak for Jay, but I guess I felt slightly more confident, I suppose. You know, I feel like I could do it, but I just don't want to. Or, well, not that I don't want to, but I just worry a little bit, which, you know, a lot of people do. It was odd. It was a nice start. You know, he was a bit groggy, been drinking the previous night, and then to just kind of wake up, go and have breakfast, essentially, and then for that conversation to happen. It was an odd start to the day, but much appreciated. It was a good start to the day. My hand hurts now. This tripod isn't as good as I thought it would be. kind of frees you up a little bit, but unless I hold you right, my hand starts cramping a little bit. So some fine tuning is evidently needed. I think that's partly, actually, going back to people wanting to be in their own sort of thing. And I think that's why people don't vlog out like this as much in England. You know, I can't really, I don't know, but you know, a lot of the out and about vloggers like this are American or live in America, and over there, you know, people are sort of happy to be filmed. You know, you can kind of be walking a dog and then you meet another dog and you can kind of film your interaction with this stranger and they don't mind. But here I reckon it would be a lot harder. People would be more suspicious and not very cooperative. You know, people are suspicious of me now just because I'm walking down the road talking to a camera and they see it. It's something odd that they don't normally see. You know, how do you then break that and kind of be nice to people and get people to, you know, want to be in your vlogs, I guess. Not that I've tried, you know, I haven't filmed my encounters with strangers, but I can foresee it being a lot harder to get something successful here than it would be in America or something like that. Hi guys, how are we doing? It is the afternoon of the Thursday of the 28th of August. How are we all? Bug flew into my face. So I'm a little bit less good than usual, as usual. Wait. Anyway, yeah, hope everyone's doing alright. We're outside again, as you might have noticed. And the reason for that is kind of related to yesterday. Did I mention it yesterday? Oh, either way. Yesterday I went to make an appointment to have my hair cut. And today is my appointment to have my hair cut. So that's where we're going. I'm going to have my hair cut. I said that an awful lot. What's going on up there? Not a whole lot. We used to walk through there on the way home from school occasionally. You're always allowed to cycle though, normally. That's a fairly new thing, not being allowed to cycle. Yeah, so I'm going to go and have my hair cut. I have an idea, excuse me, for what I want. Hopefully it suits me. Obviously there's not a lot that they can do with what I have at the moment, but fingers crossed, we shall see. So I guess now would be a pretty good time for post-production Nick, i.e. Nick, while you're editing this, put in some sort of fancy transition, if you can. Try and aim for something a little bit fancier than just a simple fade or jump cut. You know, try and jazz it up a little bit. And there we go. It's not styled, so it's not where it could be, and the wind's blowing, so even if it was styled, it wouldn't be where it should be, which is in place. It's all over the place at the moment. But what I had done was I had like the sides shortened a bit, as you can really see. The back was shortened a little bit and a little bit taken off the top, but the idea was to kind of leave the top longer than the sides, so I can put it up. It's not too different from what I normally have. Probably a little bit shorter on the sides than what I normally have, which is what I was kind of gearing towards. The picture I was using had the sides kind of very short, and I was sort of saying, well, I don't know if I want to go that short yet. Let's kind of do it in stages. You know, this is kind of where I want to go right now, and you know, maybe next time we'll go a bit shorter if I like it. So that's where we're at the moment, and not too bad. I'll be intrigued to see when I get in, see what's happened to it. I'll be able to see it like properly, and I can have a go at trying to style it and stuff, and then I'll be able to see for real how it is. So looking forward to that. But that's going to be pretty much it for today. Tomorrow, not a lot planned for the day, but we are working in the evening from 6 until 2 in the morning. It's going to be a long day. And then the Saturday, we're doing the same shift. I'm quite excited to hear back from this other job, actually. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be in the next day or so. I'm hoping it'll be good fun. In my ideal fantasy world, they'll kind of go, right, for your first job, we are taking you to somewhere for one of my favourite bands, and I'm helping out. And I've had dreams where I've been going to help out for Jay's favourite band, Rise Against, and we've all had tickets to go to the show, but I was working on the show, and then I get Jay and all the rest of us who were supposed to be there backstage to meet the band, and then they are going to go, oh, by the way, it's Jay's birthday, and they go, oh, here, take our instruments. They will sign their instruments and give them to him for a birthday present. Because that's the sort of person I am. I dream about making people happy. If only that was the case. I don't dream about that often at all. But you get the idea. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, I would imagine, at some point. Probably just before I start or just after I finish work. So I can tell you how tired I'm going to be at the end of the night, or how tired I am at the end of the night. See you then. Bye-bye. I mean, I've just noticed the wind really does a number on it. Jesus, it really does. I'll show you like what it looks like once I've gotten my hands on it when I get in, because this wind just kind of terrorises it. But that's what always happens with my hair anyway, innit? We know by now that the wind has a habit of decimating anything nice I might do with my hair. Oh well.